In 2023, we are entering a new phase for Pinterest marketing. We are entering Pinterest 3.0. And you're probably going to hear more about this later, but make sure to remember that you heard it here first. My name is Tereza Toledo. I am a Pinterest marketing expert. I help business owners and creators to build their audiences and monetize with Pinterest. Also, I am a Pinterest pioneer, and I'm always checking, learning, testing, applying everything Pinterest marketing so I can bring it to you and teach. But first and foremost, make sure to watch until the end so you can understand this concept and prepare your Pinterest marketing strategy for 2023. And don't forget to subscribe. Before we dive right into talking about what even is Pinterest 3.0, why does it matter, and how it will affect your Pinterest marketing strategy and growth, I want to tell you a little bit of a story time. As a Pinterest pioneer, and of course as someone who is always learning, testing, trying, discovering new things on Pinterest marketing and in the social media world, I do have a mastermind group. It's a small group. We are three. It's me, Jenna O from Jenna O Media, and Heather Ferris from Heather Ferris Co. Also, they're amazing Pinterest marketing experts, and we go over all of the Pinterest things that we are seeing in different accounts. So this is really powerful because we are three Pinterest marketing wired brains, right? But each one of us has several clients, and we are able to observe everything that's happening for all of them in different niches, in different situations over time, and connect the dots. So we can pretty much find out what is effectively working for Pinterest marketing, and we can use it, teach it, and of course I can come in and share with you. So a few days ago, we were talking about all the Pinterest marketing things, obviously, and Jenna came out with this pretty much concept. She said, hey, we are entering Pinterest 3.0. or something like that. But that was pretty much what we agreed upon. We are seeing that Pinterest is entering this new era, this new stage that is completely different from what we have seen so far. Now, you can ask me, well, what is even the point? Why does it even matter? Because understanding how Pinterest is working right now as Pinterest 3.0 will allow us to make the right choices, to choose the right strategies and the right tactics to pretty much blow up our Pinterest accounts, to monetize on Pinterest, to gain website traffic, to build a new audience, and of course, in the end, to sell more. So when did Pinterest 1.0 happen? Pinterest 1.0 was pretty much that stage in the beginning when even Pinterest didn't know what Pinterest was gonna be, what Pinterest was gonna become. It was the stage in which we only had standard pins, the stage in which everything would go, the stage in which we would get crazy results, just like, we would throw anything on the wall and it would just stick and work. Those were times in which we were still discovering and learning the potential and the power of Pinterest. In that time, people were not pretty much following. People were not checking your profile. People were pretty much going to Pinterest to find ideas, and to click out of Pinterest. Those are pretty good times. However, our work wasn't really intentional because we were still learning. We were still trying to figure out the few people who would come up with some ideas and put them in practice consistently would see results, but everybody was gatekeeping everything. Nobody really wanted to share their secret sauces. Then came Pinterest 2.0. This version of Pinterest started pretty much once Pinterest introduced video. In the beginning, we had, just the introduction of video pins. People had no idea what to do with them. They were just invading the platform. People were just not really happy about it, but it didn't matter because Pinterest not only kept pushing videos in the platform, but people kept watching those videos, and Pinterest came up with idea pins. Idea pins started as story pins, and quickly we learned that those little pins, right, that would not have a link simply would gain the most traction, the most views on the platform. It was a crazy transition. We, again, didn't know what to do with it. We were still stuck on the time where standard pins were the norm, where when we really wanted to use standard pins, when we really wanted just to get traffic to our website, when we just wanted to pin and repin and do it the laziest possible way. Probably you remember that time if you've been, working with Pinterest for the past at least 3-4 years. However, we learned that with the idea pins, we needed to focus on creating content inside Pinterest, within Pinterest, not just outside of Pinterest. When we were on Pinterest 1.0, in order for someone to benefit from Pinterest, they needed a blog. And not just a blog with 2-3 blogs, but a blog that was weekly, bi-weekly, even more often, coming up with fresh content, new content. Because if we were not able to have new content coming up all the time to create images and pin on Pinterest so people could find and go to the website, there was no purpose. It wouldn't work. So those times were good for some, but were terrible for others. Content creators that did not have a website or were not creating blogs simply had no chance of thriving back then. When Pinterest 2.0 came, this changed. We were able to create content and grow within Pinterest. It was the time in which we figured out that the link in bio that we have on Pinterest is in fact a powerful thing. And if you don't believe that, I can share with you my stats. Recently, I noticed that in the month of November, 30% of the link clicks to my website coming from Pinterest came from my link in bio. So people do go to your profile and click on your link in bio. So in this time of Pinterest 2.0, we could even grow accounts without not even having a blog, without having a website. We could simply pump our content to be consumed within the platform. Our TikToks, our Reels, our YouTube Shorts, we could simply put that on Pinterest. People would follow us, would save, would find us from our link in bio, right, in our Pinterest profile. And it was great, and we saw a different way to create content. Also, in this stage, a lot of the previous creators, great creators, were leaving the platform because they were not benefiting in the same way as they did before. They were not getting the same website traffic, and they were not ready to transition to Pinterest 2.0 when you actually really needed video and idea pins if you wanted to grow. Now, let's talk about Pinterest 3.0, and make sure to keep watching because this is going to be awesome. You're going to love it. So what happens now? We realized after the Pinterest Creator Rewards closure that Pinterest not only, of course, closed the program, but dropped some a different view of content, things that Pinterest has been hinting us over the past months, but we were not seeing. And when they pretty much declared that the Pinterest Creator Rewards program was closing, they dropped this. So what did they drop? Number one, they dropped that standard pins are making a comeback, and we are seeing more of that. Actually, we never stopped creating standard pins. I've never stopped creating standard pins for myself and for clients. So we started noticing that they are getting more views again, and that's great. Not only that, they are giving us some saves and some link clicks, which is beautiful. And Pinterest has been telling us we want to work with creators. Creators are asking standard pins, and we are going to be working on it. So we've been listening to that. Now it is official for 2023 that standard pins are making a comeback. Now, let's not go back to the time when we would pin and repin to several boards or use group boards. Let's not go that way. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it the way that we have been doing. Fresh images, new images. We are not overloading. We are not spamming Pinterest with standard pins. We are not using the same pins over and over. Please, let's not go there. Now, the second thing is that Pinterest told us that idea pins will get links. And this is beautiful. Creators have been asking since the beginning of idea pins for links. Business owners, we want links in our idea pins. So Pinterest came up, shared the possibility of adding product stickers and other features, but however, they're not the same. They're not just like our link in the idea pin. So we will continue creating idea pins, but with the possibility of sending traffic to whatever we want to do, whatever we're going to monetize. This is a new way for creators to monetize and a great way for business owners to monetize. And finally, the third thing that Pinterest has been also hinting and sharing, but we know it's official, is how saves and engagement will really matter. Now, what do I mean by saves? Saves is the act that you create a pin and somebody finds your pin and really likes it and saves to the account. You probably know that already. But engagement, also link clicks. Pinterest is noticing when people click through your pin. Pinterest is noticing when people zoom in the pin by tapping on the pin, or they take action such as commenting or even adding a reaction. So all of this, all of the engagement will matter more and more. We know that it's mattered, it always mattered, but now we're like, okay, we are going to be focusing. And why does that matter? That matters because not only you should create content that is a teaser and gets people to click and go to your website, but you also want to be creating content that engages, that causes a reaction, and that gets people to want to save that content. So we have those three things that Pinterest has shared. Also, a fourth thing, and this was not exactly in the same official letter. However, we know that Pinterest is testing scheduling idea pins. Some accounts are already showing the possibility of scheduling idea pins. One of my clients has, so we are testing. And it is really good because all of those years we were not able to schedule idea pins. And this really makes the process a little bit more challenging. Now that we broke down what is going on with Pinterest 3.0, I want to talk to you and I want you to make sure to keep watching about why does that matter for 2023. When it comes to Pinterest in 2023, what will matter the most is having a pinning strategy that not only has idea pins, but also has video pins and standard pins. You're also going to need, of course, to keep using your keywords, to keep checking on Pinterest trends for your keywords. And it's almost time for you to start checking on Pinterest Predicts 2023. This will really be a powerful tool again. Also, you're still going to have to be consistent. Your content needs to be published on Pinterest constantly and consistently. It is okay to drop the volume of pins. If you can only pin, let's say once a day, that's totally fine, or maybe even just a few times a week, that's okay. However, you cannot stop. You need to keep going. Now, basics, best practices still matter. If you haven't done so for 2023, go ahead and take a look at your profile. Do a little checkup. What is going on with your profile? Is it optimized? Are your boards organized? Is everything properly keyword? Is your website claimed? And if you don't have a website, make sure to add your link tree or even your social link where you want people to go. This is really powerful. Now that we went over all of these details, I want to share with you why I am so thrilled about all of this. The reason is not only with this, we are going to be able to continue building an audience, building a following, growing within Pinterest, but we also have new possibilities once again of monetization as creators and as business owners. The fact that not only we will be able to drive more traffic to our websites once again, but also the power of knowing that as long as we are creating high quality content, engaging content, publishing it consistently, following Pinterest guidelines and the best practice, we know that we are going to succeed. Now, don't forget, make sure to watch my next video and subscribe. And if you want some resources, check below in the caption.